Okay, next we have a tweet from Gurgly, who is ex-Uber, and now he works on Pragmatic Engineer, the newsletter, and I think it's also a podcast. And he just kind of lays out some of these things that people have been really trash talking Anthropic about. And I had another tweet that I was going to cover, but I'm just going to put that tweet in the description next to this one. But he says the last month Anthropic really behaves like it was bought by private equity, raises prices without offering anything meaningful in return. Opus 4.7 tokenization, poor customer support for paying customers, silent bans of a few 50+ seat corp accounts, shady growth attacks that go against the company's previously stated values on integrity, e.g., silent updates on the pricing page, removing Claude Code from the $20 a month packages. So there was another tweet as well, which I guess I'll share real quick, but these are all going to be tied in the same story. But basically, Anthropic overcharged this guy with a buggy anti-abuse system. They admitted, fixed it, then closed the ticket with zero refund. Whole thread is now packed with dozens of people refund this guy. It's a drop in the ocean, but still would look good for him. So basically, this GitHub issue, all it shows is that like this guy had a Hermes.md in his Git commits, and because of that, we've talked about it before, but they have this prompt level usage system where basically, if you have OpenClaw or you have Hermes in your prompt at all, like the prompt that you're sending to Claude Code, they're going to charge you extra usage for it instead of using your subscription plan. So that's super messed up. You know, it's a horrible system that they're doing, and they kind of just don't care about their comms at all or the public relations. So I really don't know where to go with this. I canceled my Claude Max because I went back to Cursor, and I've been using GPT 5.5 with Codex as well, and I've been having a good time with it. I know people really like Claude. One of my really good friends told me that Claude design is like the best, and I really like his UI work. So he does still think that Opus is probably the best for design. So maybe I'm missing out something there. But in general, I just feel like this company is so hard to like work with, so sketchy to use. You know, I think all of this could have been solved if they had just been public about how the $200 max plan is a Claude Code only promo, and it's like you can't use it with external systems. But they never went about that. They were always like, this is Claude Max separate from Claude Code, and they tried to remove Claude Code from the $20 plan, and they said it was only supposed to go to 2% of users, but it went to everyone. So just such a mess over there at Anthropic. And also there was this huge tweet from Theo where basically he was like really dogging on them, and he was telling people that work in Anthropic if they want to get another job in another lab that he'll help them, and basically how Dario and like the leadership at Anthropic are really holding back their engineers from building good stuff. And that's kind of ignoring all the bugs and stuff too, and how their uptime has been like really devastating compared to Codex, and also Codex is like resetting the usage limits like every week. So it's really interesting how back and forth these things go. You know, like you're only as good as your last at bat is one of those like phrases that I really think holds true, especially in business. So for now, OpenAI is on top. There is the lawsuit with Elon. We haven't covered that at all. I'm going to wait a little bit until some of that kind of comes to fruition and we can have more news to really talk about. There has been a bit of drama, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, really interesting and curious what people think about Anthropic right now and Opus versus GPT, etc.